On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies offense will go on the attack first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. What a game he had in their last win. More than 200 yards and 4 trips to the end zone.
I gotta tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak, and the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead.
Just steamrolling the defense. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Gets the back moving. Drops back on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Washington wants to go quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. He would not be denied.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we take a look at the dangerous Jamie French. What a game he had last time out. Really helped him to the win. Better than 150 yards and a score. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Carr. He's going to take a shot right away. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
The screen, he can go. Bring him down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
Here's Carr to throw. They'll flip it out to the back of the screen. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Washington. just smothered on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Motion from the back. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive,
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Coleman. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
it's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent, so that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Out wide left, it's Clark. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's a give to Washington. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. They'll send the back in motion. Snaps on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert to 4th down, and it paid off. Washington right back to the line. They'll try to run it with Washington. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Washington. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, running back on the move. Powers through the defender. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fights off a defender. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Defense wants to bring the heat. Just going to keep it after the snap. Quick spin on the run. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. On the move, it's Carr.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Turns it upfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. They'll give it to Washington. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Ocean from the wideout. Calls his own number. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. The give on the counter. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And he's brought down after a short gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The run to the left. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. And quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making the adjustment. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires it. He's got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Tough run here. It's Coleman. And he's in! Touchdown, Huskies! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Throwing, Carr. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Way off target there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with UAB taking on the Charlotte 49ers. And it's the home squad in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Hey guys, the Huskies head coach told me at the half he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Carr. Here comes the heat. Quickly to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Keeps it himself. Plows through the defense. He's got the first down. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really...
There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial, but it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start, and they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to be continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14.
Number 99, set to kick this one away.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Here's the give off the left side. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Spits it out to the back. Reels it in. Turning it on. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Hits inside. It's Washington. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first. Left side, it's Washington. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff, it's Coleman. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Look out! And he will take it in. Touchdown, Huskies!
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So an 82-yard drive there, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Wolverines sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly.
Man, you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down.
That's out. First down.
Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. Breaks the tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing and making life so hard on this offense.
Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Here's a give to Washington. Swamped immediately. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down to the air. Fires left. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Sets his feet. It's McCaffrey. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Gotta make the play on 4th. He wants to go deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man in the middle. Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And they did tack on the extra point. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Carr. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
Makes a grab and room to run. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Drops back. It's Carr. Bought a little time. Lets it go. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Carr. Flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 2nd and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. Swats it away.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Quickly out to the tight end.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've...
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air again, Carr. It's complete on the right side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
38, Michigan 20.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Second down, gonna throw it. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game